Të nderuar shikues, emisionin do ta vazhdoj me një bisedë tjetër. Ditë më parë në Kosovë është mbajtur një konferencë, ndërsa në këtë kanë marrë pjesë përfaqësues të organizatave rinore dhe iniciativave të ndryshme nga mbar bota. Në mesin e tyre është edhe një iniciativë, debati për paqe apo Debate for Peace, që përfshin në përgjithësi të rinj që kanë prapavi apo vinë nga komunitetet të ndryshme fetare. Kjo organizat ka bazën në Izrael, ndërsa aktivitetin e zhvillon në mbar botën. Është për disa herë po merr pjesë në këtë konferencë dhe po vizitojnë Kosovën në mënyrë që të marrin shembuj të mirë për bashkëjetesën fetare në vendin tonë, për të cilën edhe gjithmonë e përmendim, madje edhe krenohemi si një nga vlerat tona. Me mua në studio në këtë mëngjes janë Amna Abuzaj dhe Ariela Rose, të cilët vinë nga kjo organizat, pra Debate for Peace, të cilave edhe uroj mirë mëngjesi. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can we start this conversation by telling us more about your background? Amna, first with you and then with you, Ariela.
Okay, I am Amna Abuzay. I'm from Kfar Qasim, Israel. I came here to a conference, Debate for Peace.
And Ariel?
I'm Ariela Rose. I'm from a city in Israel called Modi'in. It's in the center of the country. I'm 15 years old, and I've also came to Kosovo now for this conference.
And this is your first time that you are visiting our country?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you attended this conference that was held in December. How did you find it? I mean, there were many participants, and how did you find that all those meetings that you were having here?
Okay, first of all, people here is amazing. The country here, it's amazing too. It was interesting to be a mix between Jews, Arab, Albanian, to discuss the issue, not to discuss who is me and who is this. So it was very interesting and amazing to meet new people from all the countries, from all the religions. It was very interesting.
And the conference was very challenging, but very fun and fulfilling. I felt like I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the people here. They are very friendly, and the conference was amazing.
Yeah, so conference itself was kind of meetings of UN organization that we see usually on television that are having at the headquarters in New York. So what were the debates or discussions that you were being focused more?
It was about youth employment. And what is your?
I was in a committee that was the EU Council. So there were different countries from Europe and not from Europe, and we discussed the borders of the EU. Should we let more countries in? Should we not? Should we build borders around EU countries? And we each represented a country. I represented Serbia.
I represented Japan in the youth employment.
And what was your point of view on these topics?
It's a very interesting issue to discuss. It's a global youth employment in all the world. We discussed the reasons to the youth employment, and we found out the solution to solve these problems.
Yes, and besides of this conference that you were attending, it was your first time that you were visiting our country. So how did you find the country all over with the meetings with other people, or visiting the interesting sites such as monuments and other buildings?
I felt it very interesting. This country has a very interesting history. I've never seen, when I was in Israel and in America, I've never seen something like it. Generally, I also like the city of Pristina. I feel like it's a very nice city to live in. The people are very friendly, and it's just very interesting to walk around and learn.
Amna, what about you?
Yes, it was very interesting too. Albanian here is very, very, very helpful people. It was amazing experience to meet these people, to visit a places we didn't visit before. So it was very, very good.
Okay, so actually you were here as part of this group representing Debate for Peace. Can you tell us more about this initiative and this organization that you are part of?
The Debate for Peace is basically an organization based in Israel that is run by a guy called Steven Aiello. And one of the things that it does is runs Model UN conferences in Israel, but besides that, it basically brings together Jews and Arabs, youth, through meetings with ambassadors, diplomatic meetings. We have debate classes, logic classes. We met with the US ambassador, the Philippines ambassador, and we basically learn debate and diplomacy, and we meet other people that are very different than us.
What is exactly your involvement at this organization? I mean, what you do more besides of visiting other countries and working as a Model UN?
It's about to achieve the peace, to meet different people from different religions, from different countries, to know how they think, what is their ideas, what their opinions. So that's why we come here.
And while we were reading all the time or seeing all the news, what is happening all over the world, such as conflicts or incidents based on different backgrounds, as you were mentioning, what is your point of view on that while you are involved in this organization? I mean, how important you find that?
Like in general, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, or debate for peace as a program for peace?
No, as a program for peace in general, internationally.
And then I find it very important. I think that it's the first step for peace. Bringing together different people and having them talk is the first step to achieving any kind of peace and for getting along. It's the first step is just talking and starting that from youth before you have stereotypes and your opinions that you're not willing to give up. Then it's really important to start that dialogue when you're young. So I find Debate for Peace a very, very important organization, and I'm very thankful to be part of it.
Me too, it's same thing. We come here to bring people closer together, like I mentioned before, to achieve the peace, to know how you have to talk with others. We visit ambassadors in Israel, and we come here to visit to know how to talk, to know how to be a diplomat person, to know how to take a benefit from something. So it's just to how achieve the peace with another persons.
Yes. What is the best thing that you think that you learned while you were visiting our country? What is your best memory that you are bringing with you?
Oh, wow, there's a lot. I think really the people. One of the nights of the conference, I just sat down and we were a Muslim, two Jewish religious girls, and a Christian, and we just talked about religion and just the people and talking to them and learning more is really what I take from this conference and the visit.
What about you, Amna?
The best thing is to meet Albanian person and to meet Jewish people. They are amazing. I have a lot of friends now, and actually in my country we are not so much Jews because we are just an Arab city. But now I have a lot of Jewish friends and a lot of Albanian friends. So it's the more important thing.
Yes. Amna and Ariela, thank you very much for being in our program.
Thank you.
Dhe të nderuar shikues, këtu edhe po përfundojmë bisedën me dy përfaqësuese nga organizata Debate for Peace apo Debati për Paqe. Pata kënaqësinë që në studio bisedova me Amna Abuzaj dhe Ariela Rose, të cilët ditë më parë vizituan dhe morën pjesë në konferencën Model UN apo modeli i OKB-s që është mbajtur në Kosovë. Unë ju falenderoj për vëmendjen dhe ju ftoj të qëndroni edhe më tej me programin tonë.